positions him to lead the Ministry of Justice and Attorney General's Department in addressing key legal and judicial challenges within the country. These are the names and portfolios of the 3 individuals listed on the names of appointed ministers by His Excellency the President, John Dramani Mahama. What are your thoughts? Do you think that these 3 individuals are better positioned to lead the designated ministries they've been assigned to? Do you think that there could be any other possible persons who are best fit for the job aside these persons? Let us know with your thoughts and comments. Don't forget to get updated on the 120-day contract by His Excellency the President, John Dramani Mahama. For all the news and insights, visit mx24.app/voting voices to be in the know.
All right, beautiful. Okay, so
Active forces, finance.
Okay. All right. Just
you forgot that you have to go down there.
Know, my tab is okay. The screen. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Give me your thoughts before I get to what's trending quickly.
Based on the wealth of knowledge these individuals have and embody, I'm looking around and I cannot find any other person, especially the Ministry of Finance.
Okay.
But also the Ministry of Finance being handed over to someone who has been in the middle of a scandal, for me, is a bit problematic. However, that issue, again, had been thrown out. It wasn't, there weren't substantial, evidence to pin him to any form of corruption. But again, like I always say, once a conversation is had, a proper look into the character of the person being attached to a corruption case is very important. Because why, amongst all the people in this world, is this person being attached to a corruption conversation? But that's the point. I think that they come with the wealth of knowledge that we would need for the running and the resetting of this country, in their words. And so we're just going to be looking at it. You see, Ghanaians, now we know that we have the power. If we begin to chant to remove the finance minister, if he's not delivering, and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama does not listen, which is not usually the case, because we've seen him listen a bit more in his previous administration. So we're going to be following to see what they do, especially Dr. Kezo Atto-Forsyth. He especially is handling a very sensitive position.
Yeah.
He's going to be handling a very sensitive. Now, another one, and I think the appointments are so key, and they're so timely. Energy Ministry and Finance Ministry. These 2 ministries carry this country really and truly, if you ask me. And so I think the appointments are called in the right direction. However, we're going to be staying on their behind for delivery.
Especially with the energy side, because
they happen to have had, we already have conversations.
Doomsaw is lurking.
It's
purported that we need about like $90 million.
We have that.
To get that done?
If we look into the coffers of this country, we'll find it.
Okay. Conversations that people thought that Honorable Seth Tepe would also be nominated for that of the Finance Ministry.
Oh, okay.
And then Honorable Kezo would be probably deputy. Mind you, he's been deputy before. Ken Ofori. Who's Ken Ofori?
Ken Ofori.
Ken Ofori Atta?
No. I don't know.
All right. Nigerians are trending.
But of course, if he's the one trending, of course, we know why he's trending.
Philip Coutinho is trending. Iron Boy. Doomsaw, Album of the Year.
Album of the Year already. Hey.
Oh, but people have done their predictions already.
Hey, James, when does it happen?
Oh, people have done. Normally it happens around Easter. But this time, last year it didn't happen around Easter. It was pushed to like June thereabout. Yeah. So I don't know whether it will come back. Because around Easter, like the 10th, 8th, thereabout, normally you have the TGMAs.
Okay.
But last year, it was pushed all the way to June.
Okay.
So let's see. And I think, was it a week after your birthday, or it was your birthday that weekend?
So 8th?
Or it was before? It was one of them. It was right before your birthday.
It was right before my birthday.
Yeah,
it was right before. It was in June. Yeah. It was before my birthday, because I used the TGMA's photos to celebrate my birthday. I had to say that.
Let's get to see what people are saying with hashtag reset in Ghana. Okay, so we would have Kali J coming on tops. Anyways, since I don't want to waste my energy on unnecessary drama, I'll do something different. Let me hype a few accounts here so you guys follow. Use the hashtag reset in Ghana and add your handle and short message to JD Mahama. Okay. Okay, so Ngoliba Wright says, this is beautiful. All right. Genuine says, breaking news, this is what we call God governance. John Mahama is indeed the solution. I can't wait to buy my first tractor to go into farming. Hashtag reset in Ghana. Okay. All right.
And there's a reason he said that.
Yes, so on that, he said Mahama to scrap import duty on vehicles and equipment for industrial and agricultural purposes in the first 100 days. There have been a lot of conversations with the taxes. Some organizations are saying, Mr. President, please don't make a mistake of raising these taxes.
Which organizations are those?
Oh, there are some.
Yeah?
More.
Well, I've heard a man of God that I revere a lot, Prophet Nasser Opoku-Sarkodie, say that the e-levy should not be scrapped. He would need it.
But he's been specific. He says e-levy.
Yeah, he said e-levy specifically. You see, a country that does not listen to God is a doomed country. And I know Prophet Nasser Opoku-Sarkodie is not about the hype or the cloud.
No, he wouldn't just come out and say something
So
like
I
that.
think there should be a little bit of consultation on that,
Yeah.
on how he should go about
Yeah.
it. And I know that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is a Christian. He understands, you know, the things
Spiritual
of the
affairs.
Spirit. So
Yeah.
I'm sure they have probably started asking or not.
Now, speaking
Also,
about
yesterday,
that, okay,
I saw a tweet, I'm sorry. I saw a tweet online from Dr. Sonny Badu, who said that very soon, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will be ordained a minister of God or a pastor. So he's going to be the first pastor as president of this country. He said we should consider it a prophecy. That's number one. Now, when it came to the taxes, I think there are certain taxes that needs to be critically looked at. Yes, they touted it nuisance taxes, but some of them cushion this country for a bit. If we're going to give timelines and accumulate a certain revenue before cancelling them, it will make sense because we will need the money. Taxes are usually imposed on a country to generate some sort of income to help build the country. The taxes are not supposed to go into anybody's pocket, especially when the country is suffering like what ours is doing. So I believe that he would have a strong cabinet, even though that's part of his campaign promise, which, by the way, we know that Wanya Ghanaians will bash him. He should critically look at how he's going to drop them. Not scrap them off, drop them. So maybe COVID is totally useless. Don't know why we're taking COVID levy. Because when you buy food, when you go to all these restaurants and you buy food and you see the COVID levy you're paying, you go to the shops, supermarkets, and you see the COVID levy you're paying, you're asking yourself, why am I paying COVID levy? What is it for? So COVID levy, obviously a useless tax, should be taken out. Another one that I think that should be quickly looked at is the e-levy. Because you remember that e-levy was used in place of the tolls.
Yeah.
So how are we going to generate money if we're scrapping the e-levy up? How are we? It's a nuisance tax, in my opinion. Like, what? Yeah, I don't want to pay that tax. I don't want to. But is it going to help us for a while before we take it out? What are we going to use to substitute that revenue that we're generating? If we're taking e-levy, how are we going to generate money? Right? So I think that, again, I trust that he has the right people who are going to be advising. I know it was a campaign promise, but he needs to critically look at it for us.
Yes, and speaking about that, I, for one, do believe, I'm not going to speak as someone who is speaking on behalf of the government or on behalf of the NDC. But as you did mention, I mean, there was something that was in place first, which was generating some sort of money for us to cushion the country in whatever development that we need to do. And that was the tolls. So now if that one was removed and then we brought in the e-levy, I don't know whether they're looking at bringing back the toll back. But I think the scrap word itself is what is giving us that impression that, oh, as soon as they come into office, then we're just going to, remove all the taxes at once.
He's a communicator. I believe that's what he wanted to do.
The scrap.
Yes, I believe that's what he wanted to do.
I feel that would be
but
very
I believe
difficult.
that they should look at it again.
I feel that would be very difficult too.
It wouldn't be.
Because, then you'd have to look for other means
of generating income, right? And so that's what I'm saying, that taxes are important for any country.
Yes, of course.
So at what point does he scrap or drop? And I'm recommending that if I was to sit with the president to advise him, I'd say that please be dropping, right? Be dropping one after the other. Like this 1 year, we're using this to drop the emission levy. Emission and COVID. I think they are just useless. Emission and COVID.
So for us, you know what? We'll tend not to use the scrap. Let's do drop and add.
Drop and add.
Yeah, drop and add.
Hey, now I didn't know.
That's why
I did taxes for and
you can justify the reason why we're going to be paying that, and the money is used for what it's supposed to be used for. Why wouldn't I pay? I would pay. Personally, I would pay. Now, speaking about spiritual, quickly, this is it.
Hi.
So today, which happens to be the 9th, is a national prayer and thanksgiving. We're starting with the Muslim prayers, 12 noon, Friday, January 10th, National Mosque, Kanda. And then the Christian one, Christian worship and celebration, 3 p.m. on Sunday, January 12th, Ohene Kunedu Auditorium at the UPSA. So, yes, we're doing Thanksgiving.
I'm telling you people, these people, they are worrying me. They are really worrying me. So we're able to make time for a dinner. We're able to make time for other ones now no more, a day.
Which one?
Victory parties. And the last Thanksgiving service. We'll be there to cover.
But well, this is equally important though.
It's today. Oh no, Sunday.
We have the Muslim one today.
And
then we have the
Sunday,
Christian one
3 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You deserve the praise.
We talked about gratefulness.
We are the ones who talked about gratitude this morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, let's get into our stories for this morning. There's quite a number of things we are going to be discussing right there. So let's get into it. Augustine Toussaint will be joining us for that.
Visit www.
No, they want the full one. So yeah, it has generated some conversation in Parliament, but then the Speaker has also referred the names to the appointment committee to begin the vetting process. Now we know that the minority leader is a member or is the ranking member on the committee. So we hope to see what happens in a build-up to the close of the month. We know the president says he's going to appoint 60 ministers. So far, we have 3. We have some 57 more to go. Aside that, too, he's been speaking at the Ahmadiyya National Convention yesterday. That was his first public engagement after his swearing in on Tuesday. And he spoke a lot of things. 3 things that stood out for me was, he says that he's going to keep the lights on. That means that there's some conversation with regards to energy, because after his swearing in, one of the biggest conversations has been energy. That we have some 5 hours of energy supply left, which we believe has expired. But they are in plans to get some 13 million cedis from the $1 million from the U.S., some sort of grant from the U.S. to help source the electricity problem. He also says there's going to be a review of the educational sector in coming days. We hope to see. And then the fact that he has Her Excellency Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman as a former person in the educational sector, we hope that she's going to chair that committee and then see the amazing work she's going to do. Also in international news, Jimmy Carter, I brought you a story that he's been laid to rest yesterday. He was laid to rest yesterday beside his wife in his hometown.
That's interesting. I was following the funeral yesterday, and interesting things have happened over there.
Exactly.
Heads of states, in fact, former presidents and, Donald Trump, Obama and Donald Trump sitting together and chit-chatting.
Two of the
funeral guys. This is a man that called him what? A fraud, called him all sort of names, a terrorist, instigator, all sort of names.
Yeah.
And they were sitting right beside each other, just chit-chatting. When they tell you people, and I concluded, I was going to tweet that this morning. Wow, I just remembered my tweet. I was going to write that the men in politics understand that it's all fun and games. It never gets to when it's not.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games. Like, we're doing politics. When we're done, we're done.
We're done.
When we meet, we're buddies. It's only the women in politics that take this entire thing hard. When a woman is fighting a woman in politics, it's real. There are no jokes about it. Absolutely. Because, tell me why Kamala Harris would turn and look at them laughing at each other and turn around and frown the whole time at the funeral. And
she if you paid attention, she kept looking over her shoulder.
She looked at them, she looked over her shoulder and realized that they were talking. It was more like, really? And then turned around and then she was like just disgusted. Yeah. Tell me why Melania Trump is sitting all the way to the far end and giving her bombastic side eyes.
True.
Tell me why Hillary comes in with her husband and they do not say hi to Obama. A lot of things happened yesterday. I was like, what my living God, what's going on? But yeah, interesting times. And Jimmy Carter's funeral was supposed to bring unity.
Exactly.
They were just at each other. I think it's really unfortunate.
I think they've still not gotten over the victory of Trump. Kind of. Because, to be very honest here, I think that a lot of people in the U.S. and
did not expect him to win.
Did not expect him to win.
Yeah. So who voted for him?
That's the question. You are there. You didn't expect him to win, and he won. So who went to the polls?
Who voted for that man?
Americans went to the polls.
Interesting times. But let's get into our stories.
Let's get into the stories and begin off with the presidency, where President John Dramani Mahama has officially submitted his first set of ministerial nominations to Parliament in accordance with Article 78 of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. Now, the nominees include Honorable Dr. Kaisel Atoba Forsing, and he has been assigned to the Ministry of Finance. Honorable John Abdullah Junapo, Ministry of Energy, and Honorable Dominic Ayine, Attorney General and Minister for Justice Designate. Now let's take a look at their profiles and what they bring to the table. Now, Honorable Dr. Kaisel Atoba Forsing is an economist, chartered accountant, and a tax practitioner with extensive experience in public finance, macroeconomics, fiscal policy, tax policy, and business management. A 5-term lawmaker, Dr. Forsing holds a PhD in finance from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology and a Master of Science degree in taxation and economics from the University of Oxford and the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, respectively. He also holds a Bachelor of Science in accounting from London South Bank University. Now, Honorable Dominic Akuntiga Ayini, he is a senior lawyer with 3 decades of With 3 decades of experience in practice, he previously served as the Deputy Attorney General and Minister for Justice and is the founding partner of Ayini and Partners Law Offices. He holds a PhD in law from Stanford University, a Master of Laws from the University of Michigan Law School, and a Bachelor of Laws degree from the University of Ghana. He has also lectured at the University of Ghana Law School for many years. Last but not least is Honorable John Abdullahi Jenapo. He brings a wealth of hands-on experience, competence, and know-how to the energy portfolio. With his extensive qualifications, particularly in energy economics and finance, he is expected to bring much-needed dynamism and capabilities to transform the energy sector. Honorable Jenapo holds a Master of Arts degree in Economic Policy Management, an MBA in Marketing, and Master of Science in Development Finance from the University of Ghana. He holds a Master of Science degree in Energy Economics from GIMPA and a postgraduate diploma in Finance and Financial Law from the University of London. Now, those were the portfolios of the 3 minister designates appointed by the President John Dramani Mahama. Meanwhile, the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, has referred the 3 ministerial nominees to the Appointment Committee for consideration and report. Now, the Minority Chief Whip, Frank Dompre, in response, urged the nominees to prepare adequately to appear before the Appointment Committee for vetting. Now, let's still stay on this, but move to Parliament, where the Minority Leader, Alexander Fenyom-Markin, has criticized the appointment of 3 ministers made by the President John Dramani Mahama. Speaking on the floor of Parliament, he described the appointment process as thought and an unacceptable process. According to him, the full list of ministers must be provided immediately.
The names were read out by Mr. Speaker. He read out only 3 names. The Finance Minister designate, the Energy Minister designate, and the Attorney General and Minister of Justice designate. Mr. Speaker, this thought appointment is unacceptable. When are the rest of the ministers? You must be ready. We want to hear Ama Kofi Bua. We want to hear Agric. We want to hear Agric Ministry. Honorable Erikopoku.
Honorable Leader.
Honorable Erikopoku.
Honorable Minority Leader.
We want to hear Agric Ministry. We want to hear roads and highways.
Honorable Minority Leader.
We want to hear lands and natural resources.
Honorable Minority Leader.
Education.
Now, that was the Minority Leader, Alexander Fenyom-Markin, calling on His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to provide the full list of ministers instead of the bit-by-bit announcement of ministerial nominees. But let's still stay on this and go to the presidency, where John Dramani Mahama has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to resolving Ghana's energy challenges and preventing a resurgence of Dumso, the frequent power outages, and that has previously plunged the country. He spoke at the National Convention of Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission on Thursday, January 9, 2025, where he acknowledged the citizens that his administration is fully committed to addressing these issues head-on.
Called a meeting of all the stakeholders, value chain, and they have been sitting since yesterday to today to come out with innovative solutions so that we're able to keep the lights on. And so I can assure you, with some of the ideas they've come up with, we would make sure that your lights stay on and that we do not have Dumso, as you popularly call it. And so yesterday...
Now, he also spoke about the economy. Take a listen.
This is going to be our immediate priority. How to stabilize our economy, bring down inflation, stabilize our currency, and run the economy in a transparent and accountable manner. Through a homegrown fiscal policy, we intend to alleviate the economic strain on citizens by removing some of the burdensome taxes and prioritize efficient revenue generation. It's our intention to capture more of the informal sector into the tax net so that we can fairly share the burden and incidence of taxation. The 24-hour economy policy, inspired by and tailored on global success models, will play a strategic role in this endeavor. This transformative initiative will create sustainable jobs, modernize our economy, and unlock Ghana's growth potential. In addition to this, healthcare is another urgent focus of our administration. We will prioritize investments in infrastructure and human resources to ensure accessible quality medical care. We shall continue abundant health projects and operationalize them as key steps towards expanding healthcare access nationwide.
Now, that was the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, speaking for the first time to the public, after his swearing in on Tuesday at the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission Convention in Winneba last night, where he says, you know what, we're keeping the power on. We are completing health facilities that were abandoned, as well as, restructuring the energy sector. But now let's talk energy, where the Energy Minister designate John Djenapo has taken a decisive step to address the ongoing challenges facing the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG. In an interview on Thursday, January 9, 2025, Djenapo revealed that he has instructed ECG to immediately suspend all payments for supplies. According to him, this is aimed at curbing significant revenue losses within the company. He further highlighted the difficulty in managing over 70 accounts, leading to a lack of control and significant financial leakages. Now let's do some international news and visit to the U.S., where former U.S. President Jimmy Carter, who passed away on the 29th of December 2024 at the age of 100, has been laid to rest. The ceremony, which took place at the Washington National Cathedral yesterday, witnessed the presence of President Joe Biden, who delivered a eulogy at the service, reflecting on Carter's legacy as the 39th President of the United States and his extensive humanitarian work post-presidency. Now, dignitaries, including all living former U.S. presidents, Bill Clinton, George Walker Bush, Barack Obama, and Donald Trump, were at the event, alongside other prominent figures such as Vice President Kamala Harris and House Speaker Mike Johnson. These persons were all present. Now, Carter's remains are now in his hometown of Plains in Georgia, where he is laid to rest alongside his wife, Rosalind Carter, who passed away in August 2025. Here are highlights from the funeral.
Ready, step. Ready, step. Jimmy Carter.
August of 2024, not 2025. Yeah. So, Mimi.
Because why are you already in 2025? But anyway, like we were discussing earlier, it's a solemn moment. Again, 100 years? Wow,
Yeah,
he has
100
lived.
years.
And it turns out that he had done more charity work and social impact projects than many. And so he's lived a life well lived. And we pray for rest for him.
Alongside his wife.
Alongside his wife. That's very significant.
Nice thing to do.
Apparently, there is a past president that wrote a tribute to him.
A eulogy for him.
A eulogy for him before he died.
Yeah.
And I thought that's actually, you see, when the system works, the people have sense a lot. Because imagine writing someone's tribute or eulogy years before they pass, not knowing whether you're going to live before, you're going to die before them.
The person dies.
That's actually very interesting. Anywho, but the happenings in Ghana, by the way, it's a conversation we're going to stay on. I stand by my words that, listen, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama should hurry on bringing the list of ministers he's going to be working with. He said he's going to run a lean government. Let's not think that, not one added, not 61, 60. That's what he promised us, that's what we expect. No stories.
And for those asking if he's going to be able to do, he says he's going to be able to do, in as much as people are submitting a lot of CVs, he's received a lot of CVs, but it's still going to be 60.
Yes.
We are not adding.
Exactly. I don't see where the confusion is, even for him, why he should even mention that.
Right. But that's all for the morning news on the AM Club. Remember that the news continues when you visit mx24.app/voting voices or mx24.app. Visit the app as well to get updated on the latest news that's happening both locally and internationally. My name is Augustine Adam Kobiti Saint. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you so much, Mr. Saint, for coming through. We're still staying behind the man, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, our president, to deliver on his first 1 month contract he has with us, and then 100.
It is 3 days already, so.
We have
then
there's also the 120-day social contract we have with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. We're going to be staying right behind him on www.mx24.app/voting voices. That actually counts my finger right now. Mimi. Well, let's get into some sports right after this.
Visit
way.com.gh and start playing today. Remember, terms and conditions always do apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Remember to bet responsibly. Underlined, responsibly. Yeah, we bet way. You're guaranteed to get way more. Good morning, guys. How do it D?
Oh, we do it fine.
We do it fine.
We do it fine.
I was going to say something else, but once he says something, that's what we're going with.
No,
what were you
going
going
to
to
say? No. We want to know. Each man, God first, or each man / lady for himself.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm feeling.
Why did you have to think about it?
No, because, I know if they ask you how you have to think, am I okay? Am I okay emotionally? Yeah. Am I okay financially? Am I okay spiritually? Yeah. Am I okay physically? Yeah. So they are, you know.
So you have to look into it, and I love that. Yeah. I love that because a lot of people stayed with the I'm fine auntie. You know, I say
I'm fine now.
Hey, you see, there are lots of people going through pain.
I'm fine now.
How are you? Oh, I'm fine.
Anyway,
I'm glad you're fine. So let's get into what is in sports.
Yeah, a lot is happening, and people have decided to get into the news. And like I said here on Wednesday,
do we have any team that Jay supports that is failing now, so that we can start off with?
They won.
You want to start? You want to start on that note?
They won. Don't worry. They won.
You want to start on that note? When is the match though?
I hear Manchester City is back in full vim. How is that?
They won just one game, so.
Oh, we won two. Won 2 games, please.
My brother.
You see, I intentionally spilled that.
We won 2, so
Don't
that
worry.
should tell you that we're back on track. We're
Sure.
back on track. We're back on track. We're back on track.
You see, so you now understand why I'm saying that do not get rid of Pep.
Someone said Liverpool is going down.
No, Liverpool.
That's not Man U, when
Sunday, 3 p.m.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's get into it.
Okay, let's get into some sports news and start off from the local front where Samuel Enima, the bankroller of Ghana Premier League side, Young Apostles, is facing charges from the Ghana Football Association for breaching Articles 34(6)D and 38(8)C of the GFA Ghana Premier League regulations on social media. The GFA claims Ado's comments brought the association and the Ghana Premier League into disrepute and is accusing people allegedly falsely of things they are yet or have not done. However, Mr. Enim supported what he said with a video. A video we cannot play for you right now, but he has until Monday, the 13th of January 2025 to respond to this particular charge. Also, he asserts that there are machinations against him and his team to make sure they are relegated from the Ghana Premier League. We'll see how this particular issue turns out and goes down. We'll bring you all the latest with regards to this in subsequent episodes. Now let's get into other news and get on to the international front where Everton, they have let go of their manager Sean Dyche just before their FA Cup third round tie with Peterborough, replacing him with club captain Seamus Coleman and former defender Leighton Baines, who is currently the under-18s coach. Coleman and Baines will need to rally this team who lack cohesion and are struggling for confidence. David Moyes, Paulo Fonseca are all emerging as potential candidates, with Moyes open to a return after 11-year stint at the Goodison Park. Paulo Fonseca is known for his attacking style of football and is representing a bold change of direction with regards to this club. Everton are looking to stay up in the Premier League because next season they will be moving into a new stadium which has been completed. Now, this is the highlight from their game between what happened yesterday. They beat Peterborough by 2-0 after letting go of their coach, who has been there to keep them from not conceding goals, but not also scoring goals. We hope and pray that they get to meet somewhere very soon for them to play together, for us to also have that record in football. Now let's move it on and get into other club football news in the English division, where a few hours after parting ways with Julian Lopetegui, West Ham United have appointed Graham Potter as head coach, aiming to revive the club's ambition both on and off the pitch. Potter, who is an innovative English coach, would build on the club's current success from the past, aiming to help them get into European competitions much more frequently, because not so long ago they were the champions of Europe with regards to the Conference League. They've got exciting talent like Mo Kudus, Gerald Bowen, as well as the man Lucas Paqueta in their strides, and he is tasked to help this particular team gel together. His first task is playing against Aston Villa in the third round of the FA Cup, and has also 2 London derbies versus Crystal Palace and Fulham. He has been speaking to the press ahead of the game versus Aston Villa.
It's an amazing tradition here. There's expectation, there's demands, there's
Boss of West Ham United. Going forward, we'll see how he gets to get this West Ham team to play. They've got some really, really exciting talent. You also remember that he, not so long ago in his former job, coached Chelsea. Proud to that, he was the coach of Brighton and Hove Albion. He has also had certain stints, even with the Black Queens of Ghana. Yes, you heard me right. Black Queens of Ghana. Now let's turn our attention and cross the pond and get into the United States and do some NBA action, where Minnesota Timberwolves, they got to a nice, wonderful win. This time they were out to a 29-18 lead after the first quarter, maintaining a double-digit lead for the closing 15 minutes, which helped the Timberwolves defeat the Orlando Magic by 104 to 98. Anthony Edwards had 21 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists in that particular game. Randall also led the Minnesota Timberwolves with 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Magic.
from the field and 25% from three-pointers. They also won the 10-over battle in the particular one. Anyways, that's as far as that is concerned with regards to sports this morning on the M Club. We were held down here by Betway. Betway bringing you way more chances to win each and every time. And all you've got to do is to log on to betway.com.gh and place a bet on Arsenal. There's this particular promo out there for you that's running from right about now till the 31st of January 2025. It's all about the Arsenal's fan exclusives page, bringing you way more chances to win. They are the global betting partners of Arsenal. Stand the opportunity of going all the way into London and going to the Emirates Stadium and playing on the pitch. It's a special experience you don't want to miss out on. So log on and start betting on Arsenal today. Terms and conditions ultimately apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Remember to always bet responsibly. With Betway, you guaranteed to get way, way, way more. So this weekend, we've got a lot of action. So let me give you your dose. What do you want to watch? Yeah.
Are we playing some in Ghana?
Yeah, Ghana, they are playing the FA Cup.
Oh.
The
How
FA
would that
Cup.
be?
With the ladies will also be playing week 8 of their league. And we have teams like Root Sisters.
What?
Root Sisters. Yeah.
They didn't have any idea.
This lady's team, what's the name? The NSS lady team, what's it called?
Berries.
Berries.
Lady Berries or something.
Berry ladies.
Berry ladies.
And then,
People are looking for trouble for me this morning.
are they still playing?
Oh, yeah, they're playing.
Oh.
What league, what division are they in?
Oh, they are in the women's Premier.
Division?
Yeah, first division. So they play in the Northern Zone. Berry ladies.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Anyway, I was just thinking
But
about
there's also a Classico this weekend, so they are going to play
Is it Saturday?
Sunday.
It's Sunday.
Yeah.
So everything is on Sunday.
They are going
the
to
big
play
games
it
on
in
Sunday.
this thing,
But
the Arabia.
they are not playing it
Nope.
neutral grounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, thank you so much, Libriani Augustine.
Yeah. You can call me August.
Teddy,
It's my
for
second
coming
name.
through with the sports and stories. Catch up with all the fun, the breaking news stories, sports, and business insights on mx24online.com. Now, let's take a deep dive into the world of entertainment and showbiz. Daphne is going to take us through that right after this.
It's already weekend.
Boom, boom.
Hey, we keep it on.
They need to play that song for us. Boom, boom,
Hey.
boom.
Can your friends and your friends will be friends?
Boom, boom, boom.
And our minds are different too.
Doom, doom, doom.
And our minds are different too.
Dum, dum,
Hey,
dum, dum, Yeah.
The weekend is here. One of my favorite days. Good morning,
You are
guys.
the only one who knows what you do on the weekends that gets you to be singing like this.
Exactly.
So that's fair enough.
morning.
Somebody wants to sleep.
How are you guys doing today?
We're good.
Good. You?
Mimi, I can still see you're repping the country. You're not
Yeah,
done with
I'm probably
Ikea
going to do it
Ghana.
for the rest of this month, maybe, hopefully.
Ikea Van Damme. I call it Ikea Van Damme.
Ikea what?
Van Damme.
Yeah, Ghana has won. So we're still Ghana. You look very rich this morning. I'm looking at you.
I mean, the whole week